I also noticed that through the GenV study, you spotted the 4 key trends within this GenV subgroup. GenV group, and you talked about getting sophisticated, health and wealth,
yes.
and getting connected and convenience.
Yes.
What are the categories that are affected mostly by this trend?
Well, let me touch base on the first trend, the getting sophisticated and convenient kind of trend, because that's probably the most prominent today. The young consumers, they look for convenience because they are living a very fast-paced lifestyle, and they would like to shop more at modern trade channels than at traditional trade channels. As you can see from the government statistics, today Vietnam has about 400 supermarkets and 2,000 convenience stores, plus 60 trade centers altogether. And that's nothing compared to other markets, because Indonesia and Thailand, for example, the contribution of modern trade channels is about 40% and above to the total FMCG sales.
And Vietnam is about 20%?
Is about 29% in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi.
That's actually a lot of growth already, right?
Yeah,
the last 2 years.
That was in 2004 it was only 15%, and now it's 29% for Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. So Vietnam will still see a lot of growth in this modern trade channel in the future.
Yeah. A lot of researchers told me about mobile phone as one of the top category amongst the youngsters in Vietnam. Why is that?
Well, 95% of them have already owned a mobile phone, and 50% of them would like to buy another one, a new one, in the next 6 months. And why are they that crazy about mobile phones? It's all about the need for socializing and keeping connected. They love to use mobile phones to text to their friends, and an amazing number, 50 SMS is the average number of texts that they do a day.
SMS a day.
And then they use mobile phones to freely do what they like listening to the music or download videos or games or applications.
Well, digital marketing has taken the spotlight in the world recent years, and of course Vietnam is one of the countries that's got a very young population. Have you seen any trend within Vietnam in terms of the growth of digital marketing?
In a recent survey that we conducted amongst managing directors and CEOs of several companies in Vietnam, which is what we call business barometer survey, the manufacturers are also expressing the same view. When we ask what are the channels of communications that you will increase your spending on in the next 6 or 12 months, then internet and mobile advertising, mobile phone advertising are also amongst the top forms of communications that will see increased spending.
That's the top increase of spending, but are they the top channels in terms of choice?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. TVC and point-of-sale materials are still the top 2 forms of communications that attracts the most of the client's budget today. And that's what I want to say too, that yes, Vietnamese young consumers are heavier users of internet and mobile phone, etc., but they are not hyper users of these multimedia yet.
Let's talk about strategic communication approach. Through my experience working with other countries and through our conversation today, I can understand that there are a lot of similarities between Vietnamese youth and the youth in emerging markets. Do you think as advertisers, people can actually adapt strategic communication approach from other emerging markets to Vietnam?
I've seen many clients adapting communications from Thailand and China markets. So if they want to air a TVC that they use in Thailand market, they would still test it with Vietnamese consumers, Vietnamese youths, just as a disaster check, just to make sure that there's no violation of the cultural values, and there is no sensitivity at all.
If you have one thing to say to the advertisers anywhere in the world having an interest in Vietnam as a market, what would you say to them about the youth or this particular very important market segment in Vietnam?
Well, I would tell them to come on board, because the young consumers here, they are like ready to absorb almost anything. Yeah, they're so ready. Just come in and tell them what they like, or give them what they like.
Yeah.
I would advise them to understand the culture carefully, because there are a lot of cultural sensitivities and taboos, as you said, that are going on, and Vietnamese youth are not yet liberal and rebellious as the other youth markets.
Yeah.
Talk to the consumers more, talk to them more, and you understand more about their lifestyle and their values behind.
Thank you very much, Hoa, for being here today and sharing with us great insights into the hearts and souls of the youth of Vietnam, the key market segment that's driving the future economy of Vietnam.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here today and share with you some brief insights about GenV.
If you have any questions regarding this topic, please feel free to send us an email at c@insightvietnam.com.vn. For past episodes and new updates, visit us at Insight Vietnam on WordPress, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now that we have covered 2 topics on market overview and Vietnam's young consumerism, our next episode will reveal how advertisers address these issues in their communication material and media choices in Vietnam. We will present insights into what works and what does not work in Vietnam with respect to the country's political settings and cultural heritage. Thank you very much for being such a great audience, and I look forward to seeing you again soon in 2 weeks. My name is Phi Nguyen, and I'm your host on Insight Vietnam. Goodbye, and see you again in 2 weeks.